In Childe Harold's Pilgrimage, Canto 4, Byron describes a sunset. It is seen from the banks of the River Brenta near Venice, with the Friulian Alps out to the northeast. A sea of glory streams along the alpine height of blue Friuli's mountains. In his note to these lines, Byron refers to one of the most familiar paradoxes of travel. The description he has given, he says, may seem fantastical or exaggerated to those who have never seen an Oriental or an Italian sky, yet it is but a literal and hardly sufficient delineation of an August evening, the 18th, as contemplated during many a ride along the banks of the Brenta. The landscape is so beautiful as to surpass credibility, and you might think it belonged to a world of poetic fantasy if you had never seen it. But to Byron, who was there on that 18th of August, the exotic is rendered as an aspect of the everyday. The sunset remains extraordinary, of course, but it has become aristocratically subsumed into the careless pattern of a daily round. The first two cantos of Childe Harold's Pilgrimage, published together with a set of topographical notes, are well known to be a crucial turning point in Byron's poetic career. As he announced in a memorandum following publication in March 1812, I awoke one morning and found myself famous. The poem introduced Byron's readership to the first iteration of what became known as the Byronic hero, the melancholy and misanthropic youth Harold, who leaves his homeland to seek release from satiety of pleasures amongst the natural landscapes of southern Europe and the Levant. Spectacular landscape provides the backdrop for the philosophical reflections of Harold and, more often, Byron's narrator upon the history of human endeavour, particularly the futility of warfare, the achievements and failures of civilization, the significance of fame, usually poetic and military, and the weaknesses of the human heart. But landscape is at least an equal focus in its own right in these cantos, and Byron's poetic treatment of it marks as significant a step change in his aesthetics at this period as did the debut of the Byronic hero.